Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go, here from San Diego. Calvin Austin on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Hey, 10. Shot.
Throwing on their first play. He's on the move. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
From the 48. That's complete to Musgrave. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Fields now on 3rd. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Big gain downfield. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
To throw here on 1st down. His first throw is an interception. Picked by the rookie from Wisconsin. And the Steelers have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go. Easy. Go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Fields out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Gets everything he has under this throw. He intercepts the pass. And the Condors will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Working quickly here. Back to the well again. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's a pickup of 9. And they're going to have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's a give up the middle. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Nick Herbig making the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pull out in front further, 13-zip. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he had everyone thinking 6 before they finally get to him and stop that return.
Hey, I know we all wanted to see him finish that score. His teammates certainly did as he was rolling down the field. But this offense will tip the cap and say thank you kindly and try to go finish the touchdown off themselves.
Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Condors reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Austin. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Tonight.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Shotgun snap to Fields. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hey, Ken. Go.
1st down throw for Fields. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
Motioning the tight end left.
Tonight.
2nd down and 10. Fields. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Let's right. Alpha. Right.
Fields on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Tonight.
Is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grow their early lead to 13. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Condors 7.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hut.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Nick Herbig making the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
70 range. Get up.
Throwing now from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Breaks the tackle, still going. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Steelers will take over possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go. All right.
Fields on first down. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
All right.
2nd and 4. Dumps it off to his running back. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd and just 2 to go.
All right.
Now it's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no...
Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finding Flowers. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Go.
Back to throw. Cut out left. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Looking to throw it this time. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Simple dive up the middle. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Hauled in by Musgrave. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Pickens motioning left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
He's keeping it. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Fields. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The give here on 2nd. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Play action on first down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown! The Condors fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Monday. Here we go, son.
Fields out of the gun. Throw secured by George Pickett. That one hits for 30. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
EQ! Hey, can't. Extend. Right.
Now Fields. Hits his running back. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Steelers with a chance to boost their lead. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
Looking to throw Fields. We've got a screen to the running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's going to keep this one. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down. But after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The former soccer star Brandon Aubrey on now to attempt a field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Gay's kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, shot.
Throwing it to start this drive. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Let's go. Ready?
To throw it on first down. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Pass play now. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're going to face third down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, ready?
Throw on third down. Throwing deep for the end zone. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Condors chop some of the lead off before the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
Looking to throw. He lobs it deep middle. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Here we go.
He'll throw it. He's trying another one deep. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They bring a tight end in motion right. Gonna start things off with a sweep. And he's gonna get up to about the 33, but no more. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 3 on that game. And they'll have first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Go!
They go play action on first. He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Steelers take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Has a lane past the 45. They strike for 23 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Off play action, it's Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
2nd and 10 now. This ball's caught by Palmer. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, son.
Tight end going in motion here. Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dump off caught by his back. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Complete to number 20. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers push their lead to 18.
Condors 20.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! Bronco switch.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
19 Tiger.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 29-yard
18 Cardinal.
line.
18 Cardinal. Ready?
2nd and 6 now. Short pass brought in. Has some daylight through the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46 6-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Here's a give up the middle. Oh, what a stiff arm. He's got a gain of 6 there. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That's complete to Musgrave. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that stretches the lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
At the 60. Ready.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Right up the gut. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Set go.
Has him on the quick hitter. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Offense in the hurry up here.
65, 65, Cougar 19.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking right, and he finds him. And he works this to the 38 before going down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Back now, pressure on its way. He connects downfield on 4. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Condors shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Condors get it back to a 14-point game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Chased out to his right. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15.
Here we go. Hey, right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
We'll see what they come up with for...
No mud. Here we go, shot. Go.
Now it's Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready. Hot.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Completed to Flowers. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Working quickly here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd.
Back to the well again. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. From midfield now. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
11.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields out of the gun. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Running this one left. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a 3-score game in the fourth. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21.
Condors 27.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now.
Set. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Hauled in left side. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Can't handle the hot throw there as it winds up incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So it'll be second down. Here's a throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be fourth down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Here we go.
They'll run here on first down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here we go.
2nd and 3 now.
Right.
Tight end gets it running forward. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 31. He's going to get another yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, Scott.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields throwing here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Ready?
They'll come out throwing. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Ready, ready.
3rd and long for him here. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Pass play coming here. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Andrew Booth. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers continue piling on to this lead.
Condors 27.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Back to the air following the pick 6. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Check go.
Setting up a throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Hits his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast.
19 Tiger, 19 Cardinal, 18.
Second and 4. Finding Flowers. And they make the tackle at the 38. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Go! Mustang 19.
They'll send him over right.
Ready?
Second and 10 now. We've reached the 2-minute warning in San Diego. Condors hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Ready?
Throwing from the gun. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the covering.
19 Lion.
They'll throw it. And they pick him off again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here we go, son.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Ken. Johnson. Tonight.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. He puts some air under it, deep down the... This is brought in at the 15. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Steelers throwing 6 more on the blowout. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Condors 27.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted actually, so second down coming up. Looking to the air here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Picked out by Andrew Booth. And the Steelers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. Trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they take the first